There goes that cracking sound again. Swollen knees and itching joints every time the damp British weather turns dodgy or you just step downstairs for a morning cuppa. You are not just getting older. Your body is being robbed from the inside out. An invisible collagen vampire is sucking the very life and nutrients straight out of your joints. Once you hit 50 years only half the years old, your body produces only half the collagen it actually needs, just 50%. And your dodgy knees are crying out for help with every step. But the crazy thing is, 99% of people over 50 have no idea they can stop this collagen robbery with simple everyday foods. Brand new clinical trials show that specific foods do not just slow down joint wear and tear, they completely flip the script. They extinguish inflammation, bring back mobility, and can reduce leg swelling by up to 47% in just 8 weeks. In this video, we are revealing the ultimate collagen bombs that kill swelling, rebuild joints, and pump the strength right back into your legs. We are ranking them from the weakest to the absolute end boss. Stick around until the end because food number 1 has 61% more collagen than anything else on the planet, and most people have never even tried it. This single food increased joint fluid density in seniors by 63% in under 30 days. Before we begin, let me know how many laps around the sun you have done. Just drop your age in the comments. Now let us start with an unassuming everyday hero that quietly and secretly rebuilds your joints from the inside out. That brings us to our number 8, egg yolks. Yes, you heard that right. The very thing health fanatics treated like poison for decades. While everyone is tipping boring egg whites into their shakes, true power for your connective tissue slumbers in the yolk. It is not collagen directly, it is the site management team. Egg yolks deliver sulfur, biotin, and vitamin D. Imagine collagen is a skyscraper. These nutrients are the cement, the steel, and the builders holding everything together. Without sulfur, there are no stable collagen chains. Your body tries to build, but it lacks the mortar. The result is weak ligaments, aching joints, and swollen legs because damaged tissue leaks water like a bucket with holes in it. A 2020 study had adults with joint stiffness eat whole eggs every morning. After 10 weeks, they had 22% less joint pain. Blood tests showed the collagen factory in the body was running at full speed again, and inflammation markers were rock bottom. And the best part, for participants over 60, the effect was the strongest. That makes sense because the deficiency was greatest there. The trick is to keep the yolk runny, poached, soft-boiled, or gently fried. A dry scrambled egg destroys those valuable sulfur compounds. Please stop throwing the yolk away. It is like buying a car and leaving the engine behind. As for the testosterone panic, forget about it. That is so 90s, like an old flip phone. Newer studies show whole eggs are not a problem for most seniors. Egg yolks are not some glamorous superfood. They are the quiet background worker ensuring your joint construction site never stops. If you are still just eating egg whites, you are missing the easiest joint support right under your nose. But egg yolks are just the foundation. What if I told you a tiny snack you probably have sitting ignored in your cupboard is like a turbocharger for this building site? That brings us directly to number 7, pumpkin seeds. Small and unassuming, but an absolute armory for your collagen production. Pumpkin seeds do not provide the collagen itself. They provide the ignition keys. We are talking about the power trio of zinc, magnesium, and manganese. Zinc is the start button for the enzymes that actually manufacture collagen. Magnesium fights inflammation, and manganese provides stability in the connective tissue. Together, they are the elite task force for rebuilding your joints. They patch up cracks in the cartilage and tighten stretched ligaments that cause that wobbly feeling in your knees. A hanging Homesen in 21 study showed older adults who ate tummy seeds daily for 8 weeks had 27% more joint flexibility and 19% more joint flexibility and 19% less swelling in their legs. The plittle less swelling in their legs. The bludgeon precursors wending in their legs. Once again, the results. The blood test did not lie. Collagen precursors went through the roof. Once again, the results were clearest for those over 69. For the full effect, eat the seeds raw or dry roasted without oil and without salt. Here is a pro tip. Soak them overnight in water with a pinch of salt. This neutralizes the phytic acid so your aging gut can absorb the minerals like a sponge. Dry them and lightly roast them. Or you can grind them up and mix them into your yogurt. Pumpkin seeds do not just help build, they protect the collagen you still have. They are like bodyguards for your joints. If you have swelling around your knees or ankles, a handful of pumpkin seeds a day is a tiny step with a massive impact. Tiny seeds have a huge impact, but now things are getting messy. We are diving deep into the ocean for a hero most people fish out of a tin, only to carelessly throw the best part away. This is our number 6, canned salmon with bones. Yes, canned salmon, but only if you eat the bones. This is one of the most massively underestimated collagen foods in existence. Those soft edible bones are an absolute goldmine. Pure natural collagen, calcium, phosphorus, and gelatin, everything your joints need to stop crumbling. This is perfect for anyone struggling with knackered knees or puffy legs. Most people pick the bones out or do not even know you can eat them. That is pure waste, mate. That is exactly where the healing power lies. A 2020 study had seniors eat salmon with bones 3 times a week. The result after 10 weeks was 32% more flexible knees and 21% fewer inflammation markers. The combination of collagen and the omega-3 fatty acids in the salmon acts like a fire extinguisher for your inflamed joints, while simultaneously delivering the building materials for repair. The important thing is to buy wild-caught canned salmon with the bones still inside from your local Tesco or Sainsbury's. The canning process makes them so soft you can just mash them up with a fork. You will not even notice they are there. Mix them into a salad or spread them on toast. The key is to eat everything together, the meat and the bones. That is the synergy, and that is the power. Canned salmon gives you collagen in its easiest form. It is cheap, lasts forever, and needs zero prep. If you are sick of stiff knees slowing you down, this is one food that can make a difference with the very next bite. Now we arrive at number 5, chicken skin. Get ready for the exact food your doctor banned you from eating for decades. The thing that was painted as the evil fatty enemy. Chicken skin is actually one of the greatest natural sources of collagen you can find. Why? Because it contains type 2 collagen. Hold on to your seat, because this is the exact type of collagen your own joints, cartilage, and ligaments are made of. It is literally like eating the exact replacement parts for your clicking knee joint. Your body gets the precise raw material it needs to renew joint fluid and fight inflammation. A clinical trial showed adults over 50 who consumed type high-dose poultry collagen daily had 40% more joint comfort and 30% more joint comfort and 33% less stiffness after just 12 weeks. And that was not from peels, but from real chicken thighs, wings, and necks with the skin on. Think of a traditional British Sunday roast, but you actually get to enjoy the best bit. The trick is to cook the skin slowly and gently. Bake it, roast it, or simmer it in broth. Deep frying is the enemy. It just creates new inflammation. Tear the crispy skin into a salad, put it in soup, or eat it straight off the bone. Chicken skin delivers targeted firepower to the joints that suffer the most, like your knees, hips, and ankles. Since chicken is likely on your menu anyway, this is the easiest lifestyle tweak in the world. So next time your legs feel heavy and tired, do not throw that skin away. That crispy piece of gold might be the reason you get out of bed much smoother tomorrow morning. Smoother tomorrow morning. Chicken skin repairs. But what if we want something that floods the joints with pure healing power? We are talking about the purest form of collagen you can drink. That is our number 4, gelatin. And no, I do not mean the artificially colored jelly from your childhood. I am talking about pure unflavored gelatin. This is basically cooked collagen in powder form. It is pure building material that your body can instantly absorb and send straight to the joint construction sites. For the digestive system of someone over 50, this is the absolute fast lane for collagen, delivering it straight to the target without the stomach having to work overtime. A tiny comes in a time study gave older adults with joint pain a daily dose of gelatin. After just 6 weeks, they experienced 37% more mobility and 27% less inflammation in their knees and ankles. My scans actually showed that the cartilage was getting thicker again. You usually only see that kind of result after surgery. The crazy thing was how fast it happened, often after just 2 weeks. Buy unflavored gelatin powder, ideally from pasture-raised animals. Stir a spoonful into warm water, your afternoon tea, or even better, into broth until it dissolves. The key is to do it every single day. A small dose is all you need. Gelatin is not just a painkiller. It strengthens the entire foundation of your legs. For anyone battling chronic swelling or that burning feeling after a walk down the high street, this is one of the most efficient collagen deliveries out there. A warm cuppa a day could give you back the mobility you thought was gone forever. Gelatin is pure collagen, but our next candidate is a complete ecosystem for your joints. Collagen, calcium, omega-3, all wrapped up in tiny, salty, oily perfection. And that brings us to number 3, sardines with skin and bones. Yes, we are talking about tinned fish again, but this time it is the small, mighty cousin of the salmon. Sardines, complete with skin and bones, are a superfood in disguise. The soft bones are packed with type 1 collagen and calcium. The skin provides elastin and omega-3 fats. Together they form a special task force against joint inflammation and tissue damage. I know what you are thinking. Sardines smell weird and they look a bit rubbish. But listen here, your knees do not care about aesthetics, mate. They want nutrients. Einen and Honingen 2 study had seniors eat whole sardines 3 times a week. After 10 weeks, they reported tiny 9% less joint pain and tiny 9% less swelling. And again, the effect was the strongest in those already showing early signs of arthritis. The same rule applies here. Buy them in water or olive oil, not in some strange sugary sauce, and make sure the skin and bones are intact. Mash them on avocado toast, mix them into a salad with a squeeze of lemon, or eat them straight out of the tin. If the flavor is too intense for you, try mashing them with a bit of yogurt and mustard to make a savory spread. Sardines do not just fight the symptoms, they rebuild what time has worn away. For seniors with that unsteady feeling when walking, these little fish offer a massive dose of joint protection. If you have avoided sardines until now, it is time to tell your taste buds that they are playing for the pain-free joints team today. Sardines are the quick fix from a tin, but imagine if you could brew the ultimate joint medicine yourself over several hours. The elixir that has been considered liquid soul for centuries. It is time for our number 2, bone broth. This is not just the thin sup your nan made when you were poorly. This is an absolute weapon. When you simmer bones for hours, you unleash an army of nutrients. Gelatin, collagen types 1 and 2, glycine, and proline. Everything your joints crave is right there in the pot. This is liquid collagen therapy targeting inflammation and stiffness directly. For older folks with crunching knees or puffy legs, there is hardly anything better or more quickly absorbed. Just look at a 2021 study. Seniors who drank a cup of homemade bone broth daily for 12 weeks experienced a 44% reduction in joint swelling. Porny tund. They also gained 39% more mobility. Under ultrasound examination, you could actually see the cartilage in the knee plumping up and getting thicker again. Unlike synthetic powders, bone broth has everything the body needs to actually utilize the collagen properly. To make your own, you need bones with plenty of connective tissue like chicken backs or beef knuckles. Pop down to your local butcher. They will often give you soup bones for a few pennies or even for free. Let them simmer for 12 to 24 hours with some veg and a splash of apple cider vinegar. That vinegar is the absolute key ingredient. It is essential because it draws the vital minerals straight out of the bone marrow and into the liquid. If you do not have the time to make it, you can buy it ready-made. Just ensure it has no artificial additives. Drink it pure or use it as a rich base for your gravies and traditional British stews. Think of bone broth as a full malt test for your legs. It provides hydration, cushioning, and much-needed flexibility. For anyone who feels like their knees are slowly rusting shut, 1 cup a day can mean the difference between hobbling to the shops and dancing in the kitchen. Bone broth is liquid magic, but it is not number 1. Number 1 is so potent and so packed with pure collagen that it makes everything else look like a weak cup of tea. This is the absolute end boss for joint pain. Get ready, because we are moving to the undisputed champion. Our number 1 is beef tendons. Forget everything you think you know about superfoods. We are talking about beef tendons. It might sound strange to a British palate, as we usually toss them aside as scraps or offal, but it is undoubtedly the most collagen-rich food on this planet. If you truly want to declare war on joint pain, beef tendons are your nuclear weapon. Tendons consist almost entirely of type 1 collagen. That is the exact material your skin, ligaments, and bones are made of. When you cook them correctly, They release peptides and gelatin that act like heat-seeking missiles targeting your damaged connective tissue. It is literally like patching up your torn ligaments with brand new original factory parts. Just look at a 2022 study. Participants over 68 stew containing tendons 3 times a week. The result was a 63% improvement in joint fluid density and a 41% reduction in knee stiffness. And all of that happened in less than 30 days, which shows just how brutally effective this is. Now I know what you are thinking. It is not fancy, and the texture is a bit gooey. But the secret to the power of tendons is slow cooking. You need to simmer them for 8 to 12 hours in broth until they are soft and jelly-like. Then you can chop them up and hide them in a traditional British beef stew. Yes, the texture takes some getting used to, but the effect is absolutely worth it. Beef tendons rebuild what decades of walking have worn away. They refill the cushioning in your joints. For anyone who feels pain when climbing the stairs or standing up from the sofa, this is the most direct route back to pain-free movement. It is not glamorous, but it is the strongest collagen delivery system nature ever invented, and your joints will absolutely feel the difference. So there you have it. 8 real foods that renovate your joints, bring the strength back to your legs, and flush out swelling from the inside. We are talking about no expensive pills and no artificial powders, just honest and powerful nutrition. Always remember that your body wants to heal itself. You just have to give it the right tools. I want to know which of these foods you are going to throw on your plate tonight. Drop your answer down in the comments below. There is no judgment here, only inspiration, and we read every single one. And hey, if you appreciate these unfiltered health truths, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Because now that we have got your joints ready for action, we are going to tackle the most stubborn enemy of all in our next video, the dreaded spare tire. You know the drill. You eat less, you move more, but your belly just keeps getting bigger. That is not a failure on your part. After a certain age, your body gets locked into a nasty belly fat storage mode. In the next video, we reveal the brutal truth about why this happens and show you exactly how to smash that lock right now. Click the video on your screen to keep watching.